Hey, Steve Pitt here. Left here. Just want to kind of go through about some of these data sets that I got from Texas Tribune. Let's start. Okay, let's see. Texas Tribune about the data centers. A data center threatened to transform a small Texas county. Local officials said they have no power to stop. At least 246 data centers are planning to be built in Texas. Those the other half will be built on the corporate areas where county officials are limited in the ability to regulate developers. Boy, I tell you one thing, Doge got in the EPA, kind of giving a little thing, but let's see right there. Okay. Hood County, Brian Calford points out to the top of the hill northwest of his family home garden just past the gently sloping yard, dotted with live oaks beginning to flower. All this will be buildings, said his wife, Lord Carter. Slab of concrete. The property is a 100-acre paradise along the Palouse River Valley, where a couple care for a menagerie of animals, including the two enormous donkeys, legitimate hawks, chickens, and a herd of African antelope that they inherited when they bought the property 9 years ago. Instead of green about 600 yards away from the garden, they could soon be looking at 2,100 acres of warehouse, like structures filled with computer servers that produce digital will flatten the same view with something industrial. The site plans calls for a campus that spans rural community with 62,000 people about an hour southwest of Fort Worth. Developers have proposed 8 data centers expanding over 7,600 acres or 12 square miles. Was including how much power the other facility require. The massive surge dams plus 2 other smaller projects for the same development could be used up to be 3 gigawatts of electricity at full capacity. According to this developer, by the net power about 3 million homes. Some power could be generated by a new on-site gas plant. Some likely come from the state power grid, according to the project. The combined cycle will need a this one-time flexible fill starting next year, 95 million gallons of water for its 70-year build-out, and then 150,000 gallons getting closer to average use about 500 households, according to the minutes of the local water district board meeting with the major request. An email to the Texas Tribune, Developer said the amount submitted to this is incorrect and that his 3 data centers combined use less than 50,000 gallons per day of groundwater at full build-out. 8 data centers submitted under the code name the student identity of the tech company, which were required. Okay, here's a map of it. Project Patriot. Here's a completion. Project Red, Project Yellow, Project Spectrum, Project Panther, Comanche Sugar, Project Line. And of course, Fort Spunky. Oh, I tell you. All that data center in one fucking county. But the county officials of the hands are tied in the belt to stop and slow the development. 2 efforts by huge county commissioners to pass the moratorium on the data center failed. At state law at the moment they were actually outside of the authority. And the county has been sued twice by the developers after the local economy local for actually 1 data center concept plan. Signing lack of information about the critical conditions like when they get the water for and then they table a vote on another. I was elected by the people to represent the opinion. Kevin Andrews, a Hood County commissioner who has lived in the county 2 decades, said in an interview, but follow the law and not get the county sued. These cities said developers more frequently choose rural incorporated areas like Hood County because it's easier path to build. Experts in Texas country typically don't have the power to block developers, unlike city officials who will join the authority. Texas always view counties as rural tolerance and can't be trusted with full power. Robert Patterson, a professor at UT Austin who specializes in land use and environmental planning. We love liberty and lack of regulation, said Greg Harvard, chief of Hood County GOP at the 10 Hall Youth. Data centers taking advantage of it. They saw an opportunity. So the development here mirrors and data go rush across the Texas over the past year that is outpacing the speed of regulation. Jim Yango said the state has 335 existing data centers, which is more than 140 in the works. Only Texas and Virginia has been the top state for data center in the past few years. It's more than 100 active projects underway as of March, according to Interior, a company that tracks industrial development. Mass data center flooding the Electric Reliability Council of Texas. State made great operations with requests for power. As of May, EDCO reported the large project requested to connect the grid, total 439 gigawatts of power capacity, 5 times larger than the all-time peak demand. All those projects, about 89% of the data centers. The energy perspective says likely that all of them will be built. Damn. At least one county would appear to be the first Texas recent place a 1-year pause on the data centers construction, moving ahead despite the legal risk. Action already a lawsuit against Hill County and its commissioned by the data center we developed, seeking $100 million in damage. Today, Hood County has the 6th most planned data center among Texas, and ranked 3rd. It's been magnet for development because of the cheap land available, power, fiber lines, and importantly, its lack of business restriction. Exposed developments is driven by the new wave of data center known as hyperscalers, designed to support artificial intelligence computing facilities with thousands of which crash and was largely built clouds of storage. Texas great state through business. All that really comes together is to help make Texas again one of the most national leaders in the industry. Infrastructure, says Don Deria, Vice President of State Policy within the data center. Data center developers said the project will bring billions of dollars of new property on the tax road, work training opportunity, job creations, private investment in one country told Hood County. It could increase the country tax base from $55 billion to $120 billion. The Pew review hundreds of pages of concept plans, review hours of testimony from commercial court meetings to piece together information published. But all these 107 proposals are submitted to the county made an estimate for power use. Only 4 noted a potential policy. Just 5 of the concept include projections for water consumption, 6 list options where they can get the water. These projects were next to the city of Granbury, which had not received any development plans. Despite the backlash of the residents, some Hood County commissioners are quickly convinced that there's little to do to stop data centers as more proposal rolls in. Data center stuck up us, he said at the town hall meeting. We don't understand it and we need information. Yeah, that's